Are you thinking about moving to Durham, North Carolina? Today we're going to talk about the differences between North Durham and South Durham. So stick around.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel or welcome back. If you have not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the corner. Also hit the bell to be notified of every time we release a new video, which is weekly. That number on the screen, why do we put it there? So we are licensed brokers, real estate brokers in the area, which means as much as we like to make these videos for you, we like to help you with your real estate needs even more. So we are the ones that answer those phone calls, answer those text messages. So if you have any questions about real estate in the area, feel free to hit us up. We'd love to chat with you. So today's video is on different sides of Durham. So we're going to be talking about North Durham pros and cons and South Durham pros and cons. So we're not going to be talking about downtown Durham per se. We'll do that in a separate video. We think it deserves its own separate video. This is more of North Durham and South Durham. So with that being said, let's get started.
So we're going to start off with North Durham on the north side of town. Overall, we're going to just talk about the statistics with the numbers between like the north and south side with how much homes cost, kind of what to expect with the style of homes, things like that. So the average home in North Durham last month sold for about $398,000. Of course, this is an average. There are things way more expensive and things considerably less expensive in the area, just an average. So additionally to that, the average home in North Durham was built in 1979. So North Durham has an older feel to it, I would say. Not in a bad way, but also not in like a historic way. It just kind of feels like it was developed more.
It feels more established.
Yeah, more established. And then because of that too, I think it lends itself to having bigger yards. In North Durham, over like only a quarter of the homes that had sold last month had less than a quarter acre of land. And then another quarter of them had over half an acre. So if you're looking to have like not a giant farm or anything, but if you want like a quarter or a half acre of land, you're gonna find that easier in North Durham than South for sure. Not to say it doesn't exist in South, and not to say that in North Durham there aren't some really small lots, because there are, but that's just kind of like the average.
And there's more trees in North Durham as far as like in the neighborhoods go, and some people want trees. Some people are terrified of the trees falling on their home, which is totally understandable, and they want to be in a clear-cut area. So North Durham's going to be more tree heavy than South Durham is. Yeah,
and more established trees too. You know, they're going to be trees that are not like ornamental trees. It's like going to be like oak trees or maples, you know, hickory nut, things like that. So just in general, I think because it was developed earlier than South Durham by on average about 10 years. Just because of that, I think that lends itself to the larger lot sizes, having more trees. Homes are a little bit less cookie cutter feeling in North Durham. But at the same time, there's a lot of brick ranches. So I guess you could say that that kind of feels like it's the same, but they do have more variation. I would say it's not like the same house plan, you know, carbon copied across the neighborhood in North Durham. So that's kind of cool.
And as far as neighborhoods go, on the north side, one really popular but really large neighborhood is called Trayburn, and we're going to show it to you right here.
Another great neighborhood option for people coming into North Durham, especially if you are working in the Duke University, like at the university or in the hospital. This is one of the closer by neighborhoods in North Durham, and it is called Crowsdale Farm. We'll show it to you.
All right, so we actually have a video on Crowsdale that you can check out. It's a whole video talks specifically on Crowsdale. So as far as a neighborhood that's a little more traditional to North Durham, not that Trayburn and Crowsdale aren't great neighborhoods, they are. They just tend to be a little higher on the price range. So we're going to show you a great neighborhood that is pretty much cookie cutter North Durham. Cookie cutter isn't the right word. It's traditionally
what you would
North
find,
Durham.
some older homes.
Yeah, so let's check it out. All right, so as far as amenities in North Durham, which is probably something that you're interested in, so we're actually at one now. We're at a park on the Eno. It's called West End at the Eno. You can see the mill behind us. It's close to one of the roads. You can probably hear some of the traffic going by us. But as a whole, this park is amazing. It's got a lot of historic sites like the one behind us. There's some river access right behind us where you can take your kids in, or you can walk in, take the dog in, whatever. And it's just really cool. Some shallow spots.
Yeah, and this isn't the only river access.
There's actually Eno River State Park, which is also in North Durham.
Yeah, so the Eno River kind of runs through Durham County and Orange County, and most of the access points, actually, the public access points, are in North Durham.
Yeah,
so that's a really cool benefit of North Durham. This is not the only access point, but it's a really nice, just natural area, like Zach said, you can put boats in, or go, swimming, or just enjoy the walking trails.
Yeah, and as far as road access, so North Durham's going to be real close to I-85, which will take you up to Virginia. It'll take you west towards Burlington and Greensboro, but it's also going to veer off onto Highway 70, which can take you into Raleigh. So, as far as access around the triangle, it's still a really good, it's a really nice location. North Durham also has a Costco for those of you where it's important to be close to a Costco.
I love Costco.
Yeah, we've talked to several people, and being close to a Costco is important.
Yes.
There is one in North Durham, so that's a big deal to some.
Guess what I found? Coffins. They sell baby formula and they sell coffins. You can literally buy everything you need from birth to death. Oh my God. Look at these diapers. Look how cheap they are. Oh, you know what we should do? We should get enough for like the next year or two, right?
Where would we keep them?
They sell sheds.
Otherwise, there's not a ton of shopping in North Durham.
Yeah.
So compared to South Durham, there's not quite as much here. It's actually kind of surprising, I think, that Costco is over here. But I mean, you have grocery stores, and then you have like Costco, but that's really the only big things around here. You have a few good restaurants that Zach and I really like. One of our favorites is called Milo.
Yep.
It's so good. It's this little tapas restaurant. They have the best lasagna I've ever had. They have other things too. It's not just Italian. And then right next to it is a great Greek restaurant called Blue Olive, and our favorite Mexican place, El Corral, all in the same shopping center.
All in the same shopping center.
Those are three good local options. Otherwise, there's a lot of your typical fast food chains in North Durham.
There's a lot of chains in North Durham. Picnic is another great option.
Yeah.
So a barbecue restaurant, really great burgers, really great fried chicken.
And all their food comes from local farms.
Yeah. So there's plenty of great options and amenities that you can find in North Durham. So
definitely. Also, proximity to Duke Hospital.
It's true.
When you're just looking at it as North and South Durham, Duke is going to be on the northern
Yeah,
side of that, but it's right on the edge, so it's not inconvenient to South Durham either. Both sides are going to be okay, but the hospital is located more on the north side of town, so that's something cool for people. Anywhere you are in North Durham, you're going to have a decently short commute to the hospital, and then to RTP, we're probably a little bit further than you would be in South Durham. From most parts of North Durham, RTP are probably going to be about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So, talked about North Durham. We're going to check out and learn a little bit more about South Durham.
Yep.
So, South Durham is just as great as North Durham. It just feels quite a bit different.
Yeah, it does.
So, as far as like housing prices and things go in South Durham, quite a bit more expensive than North Durham. These are just statistics that we found from last month's home sales. So, as a whole, it might not always reflect this, but from last month, in North Durham we said it was 390,000, excuse me, and South Durham is actually 488,000. So quite a big difference, $100,000 price difference just from being on two different sides of town. Also, the homes on average are newer in South Durham.
Yep.
The average home sold last month was built in 1988, whereas in Durham it was 79. So you see just a different style of architecture, a lot less of the brick ranches, I would say.
Yeah, a lot fewer ranches.
Yeah,
for sure.
so South Durham's going to have more of the bigger, large tract developments that North Durham doesn't have. So, when you go into there, you have these big neighborhoods that, they're not necessarily all cookie cutter neighborhoods, and we don't say cookie cutter like it's a bad thing. It's just like the typical, development that you think of where most of the homes are kind of a similar look to them. That's kind of what you find in South Durham for the majority of things. Obviously, there's outliers there. Homes out there are a little bigger too. On average, last month they were about 2,200 square feet. So when you get to South Durham, newer, bigger, more expensive.
Yep. Yeah.
And lastly, the lot sizes are smaller in South Durham. Like 75% of the homes that sold last month had less than a quarter acre of land on them. So quite a bit of a contrast between North and South Durham with that.
Yeah. But with those more expensive prices, honestly, comes more amenities. A place like this, you're not really going to find in South Durham. This is kind of unique to the North Durham area. But as far as close proximity to most of your shopping, so you've got a mall in South Durham called South Point. It's really nice. It's a really nice mall. The Target that's in Durham is located in South Durham.
Yeah, there's actually two Targets. There's one at South Point,
yes.
and then there's one more southwest side of town.
Yeah.
So we have two options for Target,
Yeah,
but they're both on the south side.
Yeah, both are on the south side. The south side also has easy access. I just got hit by a raindrop. It's been raining here today. We're like fitting this video into a very slim window. The South Durham also has access to Interstate 40, which directly connects you into Raleigh all the way down to Wilmington, which is a really beautiful city on the coast of North Carolina. It's not on the beach, but it's right there at it. Mm-hmm. And then all the way, hooks into 85 and goes all the way west. So I-40 access is a really big deal as far as getting to the different parts of the triangle quickly.
For commuting purposes, it definitely wins when you look at south and north. You're going to get everywhere faster if you live on the south side.
Yeah. As far as the triangle as a whole.
Yeah, right.
So the south side comes with, I would say it comes with quite a few more amenities that help justify the price increase, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Like Zach said, the mall's there, you have the Targets. There's a lot more restaurants on the south side. We live on the north side, and it feels like most of the time if we're going out to a restaurant, we're either going downtown or to the south side.
Yeah.
So if you move to the north side, you'll probably feel like you're driving to the south side a bit more. Not that there's not everything you need on the north side, but the boutique shops and stuff that you're not really going to find that in North Durham. Just in general, there's more shopping, more restaurants on the south side.
Yeah, and two neighborhoods that are, I guess, some of the biggest neighborhoods, some of the biggest subdivisions on the south side of Durham. One is Woodcroft, so let's check it out. And the second neighborhood we're going to check out is Hope Valley Farms. So let's check that out.
So Woodcroft and Hope Valley are both great neighborhoods in South Durham. They're really large. Woodcroft has more of a wooded feel. I guess that's where they get the name Woodcroft, which is really nice. You know, the lots aren't huge in Woodcroft, but it does feel a little more private because they left a lot of trees. Hope Valley has a bit of a more clear-cut feel, but both have a lot of amenities nearby as far as, you know, the schools are nearby, the shopping's nearby. They both have, you know, bigger like pools and things like that that are a little harder to find on the north side. Not impossible, but harder. So those are two options that we help a lot of people want to be in those neighborhoods when they move to Durham. If you want to know more about Woodcroft or Hope Valley, or even some of the North Durham neighborhoods we mentioned, like Crosdale and Trayburn, we do have another video called the Top 5 Durham Neighborhoods, and those are
I'll put the link at the end of this video. You can click on it and just take you straight to the video. But that video will take you into a little more detail about these neighborhoods that you mentioned. But I would say as a whole, to kind of sum up this video, if you want larger lots, more wooded lots, North Durham is probably going to be where you end up wanting to be, or even like a more rural feel. North Durham is going to fit that. If you want to be closer to a much more like shopping options or restaurants, South Durham is going to be where. Or if you just want closer proximity to like RTP or closer proximity to Raleigh, you know, South Durham is going to be the better option for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, thanks so much for watching today's video. I think earlier I called this West End at the Eno. I meant to say West Point at the Eno.
He doesn't listen to me.
Yeah. Cindy said West Point. I said West End. Typical. But anyway, it's a beautiful area. If you're here in Durham, check it out. But thanks so much for watching the video today. If you have not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell, be notified of every time we release these, which is weekly. That number on the screen, feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions about the area, any questions about real estate related things. You can call, text, whatever is most convenient for you. Our email is also on there. Sometimes folks prefer to email. Feel free to do that. Also, we'll put our Instagram link inside the description or whatever it is of the video.
Yeah, you can find us at the Honeycut Realtors on Instagram, and that's also our website, honeycutrealtors.com. So feel free to reach out.
Yes, we got multiple avenues of reaching out, whatever makes you more comfortable. But anyway, thanks for watching today's video, and we will see y'all next time.